Hello all my beautiful flowers and welcome back to the garden. So today I'm going to be doing a makeup look inspired by not goldfish but koi fish. So I'm really excited. It's going to be fun. Psst! I forget to say this at the beginning, but subscribe! My name is Lavender Ghost and Tara, either one, and subscribe and like the video and comment. Okay, cool. Alright, bye. See you at the end. Okay, so as always, our first step is to get our face ready. So I'm going to use, again, the Milk Hydrogrip Primer, my absolute fave. I've been having a week. I feel like every single week I'm like, I'm having a week. But honestly, I feel like this past week has definitely been a week because school-wise, like things really aren't that bad. You know, I still don't think that my exams and assignments and homework and stuff has really ramped up as much, but it's just everything else. I don't even know what to say. It's just everything else. My mental health like hasn't been amazing. I think that definitely has a lot to do with how I manage the things that I have to do. For me, when I have a lot of tasks that I have to get done, it's very overwhelming for me. And it's hard for me to kind of compartmentalize, I guess. I'm not really sure what the right word for that is. But put all that stuff aside and just focus on the task at hand. So I'm too busy thinking about everything else I have to do. So that's not a whole lot of fun. But I ended up dropping another class. So that actually honestly has helped me a lot. And I think it was definitely the right choice for me to make for my mental health and all that jazz. Okay, so now that our face is all dewy from our primer, we're gonna be putting on some foundation. My skin's been like kind of angry at me and I'm not really sure why. I think it's pretty rude. But honestly, this foundation probably isn't helping because you have to touch the applicator to your face, which is why I'm not a huge fan of doe foot applicators. I'm just not a huge fan. I think it's kind of gross. But you do what you gotta do to make do with what you have. And I've been meaning to make another order from Milk Makeup to buy my foundation again and probably get some other stuff too. I can't resist. But homegirl's got no money and my internship isn't giving me any hours. So I'm gonna just have to wait until I can do that. So in the meanwhile, I'm gonna use this foundation. Really exciting story, I know. I tried filming a YouTube video 2 separate times before this. And the first time my memory card was out of memory. And the second time my battery kept dying. So I'm really hoping that this time it's recording and we get through this. I really want to start posting consistently, but I gotta be honest, it's really freaking hard when things keep messing up and you're trying to get in the rhythm of it. It's like, well, I don't even feel like doing it anymore. But I'm here and we're gonna do it and it's gonna be great. Positivity. Okay, so we're gonna put concealer on our eyelids to prime them up. So my vision for this look, I kind of feel like doing something a little bit more simple today. So what we're gonna do is a graphic liner type koi spot thing. I'm not gonna draw a fish on my face. I've seen a lot of people doing that and it looks really good on them, but I just don't really have that patience at the moment. So we're gonna just take inspiration from like the spots in the pattern of a koi fish. Okay, so I'm gonna do my bronzing with this Milk Makeup tube. Oh my god. I just realized that I'm putting makeup like all over and I'm wearing a white turtleneck. So that's gonna be so much fun to take off. This turtleneck is just ruined now. I have to be okay with that. Okay, so since we're doing a koi inspired look, I'm gonna use my Catrice x Eman little blush palette. You would think that I was being freaking paid by them. I wish. Run me my check. Okay, so we're gonna just put this on. So what I like to do with my blush is I like to put it on the apples of my cheeks and then bring it all the way up around my eye area. Kind of like that e-girl style makeup, but I think it just looks really pretty on my face shape. I don't know if I have a round face or an oval face. I can't really tell what I look like, honestly. So we're gonna just do this on both sides. And I usually like to blend it as much as I can with the brush. And then I still probably is probably not blended enough. So then what I like to do is come over back again with the Beauty Blender and kind of just get that in there, you know? Okay, that is potent. We are blushed, baby. We are orange. Oh my, that's too much. We are orange and blushed. We're gonna do some highlighter and then we're going to spritz our face. So I'm gonna go in with my Impressionism palette. Okay, this is my Impressionism palette and it looks awful. So I had another backup one to show you because this is my brand and I want it to look good for the camera. So here's the Impressionism palette. Hello, hi. I'm gonna be using shade Wisp. It's a pretty nice highlight. It is a little bit light because it's supposed to be like a really bright blinding highlight for like your inner corner or like for a cut crease. But it also functions well enough as like a cheek highlight if you have skin that's light to medium. You have to go lighter with it because it is pretty powerful. So we're gonna just put this all around here. I usually bring it up around here and then a little bit over. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, in case you haven't noticed, I cut my hair. I had scissors and it was late and I was just kind of bored of my long hair and it just kind of happened, but I'm happy with it. I think it's fun. Okay, that just sprayed all over my legs and not really on my face. As I was saying, I've been cutting my own hair for the past 3-ish years, and not really for any reason. I'm sure that a professional hairstylist, not even I'm sure, I know a professional hairstylist could do a way better job than I could. But I am someone that really enjoys immediate gratification, and whenever I want to cut my hair, I want to cut my hair now. So it's just something I kind of started doing, and it's been working out for me. So I am gonna do some fake freckleonies. Hold on. So here we have the Freck faux freckles. What is it actually called? Long wear freckle makeup. It's so itty bitty, but it's lasted me since January and it's September now. So that's not too bad, right? Wow, time really does have no meaning anymore. I thought it was October for a second. This year's, I think, simultaneously flown by and also been incredibly, incredibly long. This year's felt like 10 years. I look back at stuff that happened in January and I was like, there's no way. There's no way that was January. And surprise, it was actually March. Just a little touch of freckles, just to add a little something. I like doing freckles a lot just because I think it's, I just think freckles are cute. I don't need a reason. They're cute. That just really reminded me of that influencer that's like losing her mind right now. She's the one that was super anti-mask, and she's kind of become a meme, which is fortunate for us, unfortunate for her. But she just posts videos where she's just extremely angry and like talking about nothing. And I kind of feel that though. I don't agree with what she says a lot of the time, majority of the time, but her energy, I feel like I kind of resonate with that, where I'm like, you know what? I get it. So what I'm gonna do instead of, I'm doing my brain is just two worms trying to string together a sentence and failing. So what I'm gonna do, is do some like different shapes, like the koi spots. Does that make sense? If I remember, I'll put a picture of a koi fish somewhere around here. But I want to have it kind of following the shape of what like a wing would look like, and then have it kind of free flowing around as well, and have overlapping colors of the red, orange, black, and white. So now that we have our basic plan, and I'm probably going to come back and have some blended eyeshadow. I guess I should just do that now, right? Right? I'm going to take my Impressionism palette. I'm going to use shade Dancers. And I'm going to bring this into my crease, kind of buff that out, just so we have a starting point and we have a little bit of orange in there. Oh, it's so pretty. Let's talk about therapy. Because, I mean, why not? It's very overwhelming, I guess, to kind of bring up old stuff. But for the first time in my life, I really feel like therapy's been helping me overall as a person instead of just as a person right now existing in the moment. Because in the past, I think therapy used to be discussing things that were upsetting to me in that exact moment and things happening in my life. Whereas right now, since my life overall, my relationships are good, my workload is manageable, I'm kind of just talking about the root of issues of what I'm facing. And I can't tell if I'm making sense or not. And I think that through that, it's really helped me come to terms with a lot of things and also start processing things. I'm trying to be vague so I don't just like spill my guts on the internet. It's too soon for that. I need to have like at least 10K for that. Yeah, I think it's been really good to kind of figure out the root issue of things, which is always good. I am a strong believer that everyone should go to therapy, even if there's nothing wrong with you. As if you're a neurotypical person that has no mental illness whatsoever, I think that it's always good to just have a unbiased third-party person listening to your life and your current problems and kind of helping you out, giving you some new ways of thinking about things. And it's nothing wrong with doing it, you know? And I'm really glad that my generation and people slightly older than me are making it more normalized to do, because it's just important. I feel like this is not a hot take. Mental health is important. Like, I think at this point everyone's come to kind of accept that. If you ever want me to shut up, just have me do my eye makeup, so I'll just go like, I have such hooded eyes that whenever I just, it's like this and it looks good and then it's gone. Okay, we're gonna fix it. It's fine. It's just the beauty of having hooded eyes. That's it. It's completely fine. So we're gonna do the other eye. I love being a beauty influencer. I'm gonna just clean this up a little bit. Clean up. Okay, we're gonna do this eye. As a makeup artist, I think my favorite part of it, and also my least favorite part, is getting to work on a whole bunch of different types of people in terms of face shapes, eye shapes, all of that. Because it's kind of like having a puzzle and putting it together to figure out what will look best on them. But in another way, the reason I don't like it so much is that I'm so used to working on my own face that there's a little bit of a learning curve. So I've kind of come to accept that whenever I'm doing my makeup on other people, I'm gonna really hate it and it's gonna look really bad at first. And then as I kind of spend more time doing it and I touch it up and fix it, it'll look so much better. I'll end up liking a lot more. But it's just being okay with the initial crappy period. Life lesson. Okay, so I think that's a good start. Maybe I should wait for this to dry. Nah. I'm gonna take orange and brown. I'm gonna mix it because I think this orange is a little bit too bright for my liking. So I'm gonna take this orange. By the way, if you can't tell, I'm using my Eman Paradise Pink palette. She's a big girl, but she really gets the job done, let me tell you. I started watching the show Ratched on Netflix. It's the one with Sarah Paulson, and I'm 99% sure, I haven't checked this, that it's made by, what's that guy's name? Shoot, I know this. That guy that did the American Horror Story. It'll come to me. Ryan Murphy? Is that someone else? But yeah, I started watching that on Netflix, and I don't really know how I feel about it. It's definitely immersive, and I think the graphics are really beautiful. And I really just love Sarah Paulson and anything that she does. I think that she's so talented. I don't know if I mentioned this already. The graphics are just gorgeous, so beautiful. The costume design, the overall framing, like you pull any part of that show pretty much, any screenshot, and it looks like a painting. And I think I just love stylistic shows like that because aesthetics are something that's very important to me when watching a show that's a long form show. Shows that are basically 40 minutes or longer. It's just like hard for me to concentrate if it's not something that's visually stimulating and interesting to look at. And this show has been doing that for me. Honestly, I haven't been sitting and just watching the show alone. I'm usually doing work or yeah, I'm doing work or editing pictures or homework or something. So it's not like it's just existing in a vacuum for me where I'm just only watching that show. But I think the story's coming across to me. I'm understanding most things. So the story isn't like super convoluted. And I'm someone that usually is very confused when I'm watching TV shows and movies because I can't concentrate enough to understand what is going on. I've never seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest though. So I had to read the Wikipedia summary for that. And then after I did, like, you don't need to understand that, I guess, to watch the show. Because I think I would have had a pretty similar viewing experience regardless if I knew that story or not. But I think it does add like an interesting layer to understand the influence of what that show is. I love horror movies. I think it's something that started for me in high school. And ever since then, it's kind of grown into a genuine passion. And I'm not going to say I watch a whole bunch of them, like I know every single thing. No, I casually enjoy horror movies. But I don't think this is classified as a horror movie. I think it's more of a thriller, but I've just been thinking about it a lot because I was watching a YouTube video and like it came up and it suggested like a video discussing it. And the movie Mother with Jennifer Lawrence, that was the only movie I think I've ever seen that I was genuinely shocked and upset after I saw it. There's that one scene in the movie, and if you've seen the movie, I'm 99% sure you know what I'm talking about, but it just rattled me to my core. It was so upsetting to watch and to hear. But as someone with anxiety, that movie just really brought it out of me because being in that theater, it just felt so claustrophobic and oh my God. I watched that movie with someone that's no longer in my life. And in the car on the way home, they were just like, "Are you okay?" Because I hadn't said a single word. I was like, I honestly, I don't know. And I just got home and I sat down in bed and I honestly just sat there for 10 minutes thinking. I was like, what did I just watch? Okay, my camera died, but I can pretty much guarantee you I wasn't saying anything important. So, well, it didn't die to stop recording. I'm not really sure why. It might stop recording again, so I should probably check every 3 minutes. So I finished doing this top part, and then I still didn't feel done. So I'm going to add some more of these little dots down here. What's some other stuff I've been watching on Netflix? A while ago, I watched Ozark, and don't even get me started on Ozark because I think that's one of my favorite shows I've ever watched. The whole process of watching that show was extremely, like, there's shows that I watch where I'm like, okay, I just want to watch it and get to the end so I can see how the story ends. But with Ozark, I genuinely enjoyed every single minute of the ride. I was like, this is like the most engrossing television show I've ever watched in my life. And I'm really excited for season 4. I cannot wait. I think that they just do such a good job of pacing the show where there's something exciting happening every single episode. I mean, people always say this, but I think that it's invented for the show. The phrase, on the edge of your seat. And it's a show that I never would have watched. My parents were watching it in the past, and so when I was home for a while, they're like, oh, we should rewatch this. And I was like, okay, like, sure, I don't care. Like, 10 minutes into the show, I was so hooked. Also, I just really like Jason Bateman. I think he's neat. I think I want to add some gold accents. I've been doing this more often with my, I've been doing this more often with my ColourPop Jelly Much origami eyeshadow. It's super, super gold, very pigmented, and I really like how it looks as like a pop of something. It just adds a little something, something that I can't get with the normal eyeshadow. And I like how this one is very yellow as well. Actually though, thinking about it, maybe I want to do more of a bronze. I'm going to do both. It really does look like foiled gold. It's very pretty. I'm so glad that I started doing makeup though, because if I just kept doing the whole same, my high school style makeup, I mean, how boring was that? I would just do foundation, concealer, eyeliner, a winged eye every single day, like nothing even interesting about that. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. Like for daily makeup, that's great. That's just on my floor now, I guess. There's nothing wrong with doing that at all. I'm not shading that, but that was pretty much all I ever did. And whenever I tried to do more like unique styles of makeup, my technique just really wasn't that great since I was more new at doing makeup. So it ended up looking a little bit rough, but you gotta go through that phase of it looking rough before it starts looking good. And I think that's kind of hard for people to understand, especially people that are getting into more creative makeup now. It's okay if your stuff doesn't look fantastic all the time. I mean, I'm not even like an expert at all, and my stuff doesn't really look that great all the time. I mean, I've been doing this for 2 years now, which really isn't that long in the scheme of things, but it's okay if things don't really turn out that great. You just gotta try again the next day, you know? Fabulous. I'm gonna take the same ColourPop Jelly Much eyeshadow and dip my highlighter brush in and kind of swirl it around a little bit. And I think this will give me a really nice gold highlight. That's a little bit more, I don't know, maybe it's not gonna do anything. Let's find out. Okay, that's gold. Let's do the lip thing. So I'm gonna put a little bit on the inside. If it looks bad, I'm gonna just do a red lip. Okay, whatever. And then I'm gonna blend it out. I'm kind of feeling like this is too red, so I'm gonna take a brown lip liner. Damn, that lipstick made my lips look so dry. That's not cute. Okay, cool. So now it's on the inside of our lips, and I just take this clear gloss and gloss it up. I think that I'm done. I don't want to overdo. What am I doing? I have to do mascara. The Milk Kush mascara. You know what? I don't know what I was expecting. We're gonna just do this. I don't think I'm gonna do fake eyelashes today. I don't really feel like messing with glue. Okay, I'm gonna just add a few beauty marks because I think that they always look really pretty. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think I took the inspiration of the koi fish without doing like a literal interpretation, the form, the colors, the shapes, all of that, and boiled it down into this look. So yeah, I'll put in some videos at the end of what it looks like in sunlight, so it'll probably look a lot better in the actual natural sunlight versus the studio light. I forgot to say this at the beginning, I'll probably put something in, but make sure to follow me on Instagram, subscribe, like the video, comment, smash that subscribe button, I don't know, all the above. Let me know what you think. Comment about how your day is going, what your favorite type of fish is. I don't know, but I'd love to hear from you. So yeah, cool. Okay, bye.